Hey there, Scorpio. Welcome to your weekly reading for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. Yes, your weeklies are back, and I'm really excited to have them back. So make sure that you are subscribed with your notifications turned on so that you never miss a reading. I have them scheduled more or less to go up live either Wednesday, Thursday, so you should be seeing your midweek, your weekly readings for the following week during the middle of the week. Did I just tongue tie myself there? Yeah, I think I did. Mercury retrograde is absolutely hitting me hard as always. You guys, I bought a new microphone and wasn't compatible even though it said it did. It just did not work for me. So I hope you guys can hear me okay while I wait for another microphone to get here. And so this is your weekly reading for the week ahead, April 24th through the 30th, Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Make sure you check out your other aspects of your chart so you get a better idea of all the stuff, all the energy that is ahead for you this week. Your May reading is next, and then we will continue with the weeklies. So your major arcana here, you've got the Lovers card, 4 of Cups, 9 of Wands, 3 of Pentacles, Knight of Pentacles, and 5 of Swords is surrounding it. So I do feel that because the Lovers is your major arcana, that is the main energy, the main focus for this week. However, you've got a lot of I'm getting the word static. I feel like there's a lot of static from a person, a situation, an outcome. Maybe for some of you it even feels like static in your mind, like feeling unfocused, and your judgment may be a little bit clouded. But there is this sense of not being able to feel in tuned or focused with your partner, or with, if you're not in a relationship, if you're single, then it's just in general with, friends, family members, feeling like there is this kind of disconnection between you and your relationships, your closest relationships, like your BFF, your friends, your family, your parents, your children, whatever it may be. Now, with the 4 of Cups and the 9 of Wands, I feel that some of you have had some rough times in love, in friendships, in relationships, right? Dissatisfaction with life, boredom, feeling emotionally discontented because some of you have had some really tough cycles when it comes to relationships. Again, remember, relationships doesn't have to be solely love relationship, like partner, spouse, boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever. This can be friendships. There's a rift in or discord between friends, family members, not being able to get along. I feel like some of you may feel isolated at times, and may feel like you've been there for others, but they're not always there for you. And I get this energy of stubbornness as well, and wondering, what do you need to do to get people's attention? What do you need to do to make sure that they reciprocate? And it feels more so like almost like a demand, an expectation, rather than taking a step back and really trying to figure out, why do you continue to attract people that don't reciprocate? Or is there a part of you, or is there something that they maybe feel that you're not giving to them? There's that moment of reflection in life at this time. Remember, this is a general reading, so it can also be vice versa. Now, the 4 of Cups with the 9 of Wands. 9 of Wands is saying that regardless of the energies, the relationships, the loss, the friendships, the partnerships that you've had in the past, you have been resilient. You've been able to get through it. And although you may be kind of in the energy of, I wish I would have never experienced that, all that pain, all that turmoil. So maybe I am more resilient. Maybe I am stronger these days, but I would rather give up that energy than to feel what I felt in the past. I feel like some of you are in that energy because you want to feel loved. You want to feel whole. You want to feel accepted and supported and nurtured. And I'm asking you, Scorpio, to take a look at yourself. Are you giving that to yourself? Do you have expectations of receiving that from someone, from others, from people, from expectations of situations, careers, experiences in your life, but you're not giving it to yourself. And so when you do that, it comes out as a demand, right? Like, I'm not going to give that to myself, but I expect you to give that to me. And just because you give it to me doesn't mean I'm going to give it to you. Now, this is energy you could be dealing with in a current relationship. Someone may be acting this way towards you. Or simply, you may be in the energy of realizing, I do all this stuff for someone else and for all these other people that have been in my life. And yet I always get the short end of the stick. I get this feeling of why me energy, right? 5 of Swords. It brings out the total darkness of your mind, going through this feeling of loss in a connection, in a relationship. And I'm hearing some of you, I've wasted too much time on people that I don't talk to this day, that I don't have a commitment from at this, after all of this, right? But again, you are your own source here. So always look into yourself. Are you being truly loving and caring and nurturing and supportive of yourself first? Right? That sets the example, that sets the tone, and also the boundaries and the self-worth to say, I do all of this for myself. I don't need you, but I want you. I want to be in this position. I want to be able to give myself to someone wholly, universally, energetically, emotionally, intimately, however you see fit, whatever it is that you feel you need. But when you disrespect yourself and you don't honor yourself in the way that you expect them to honor you, they end up disrespecting you. So Scorpio, you've got to set the tone here. You've got to honor and love yourself. You've got to set the gold standard for what it means for Scorpio to feel loved, nurtured, cared for, supported, successful, looked up to, admired. Because you see that in yourself, because you feel that about yourself, and not in a way where it's like, cocky and completely obsessed with yourself, right? Not in a place like that, but in a place of, your heart, good-hearted soul work, inner work that you've done for yourself. Because the 5 of Swords is that, I'm sick and tired of everyone's BS. I'm going to show them. Can have a sense of anger and fighting over things that, will it matter a week, 2 months, 3 years from now? And it can cause so much emotional pain and strife. And there goes that cycle all over again. This is wanting to win at all costs, regardless of who you hurt and how you hurt them, or whether or not they've hurt you, and you're going to show them what it feels like to feel the same type of pain, when in reality, your goal should be trying to figure out how to communicate better with each other, how to communicate, how to compromise, how to work together, how to be, as one, as a team, as a partnership, a relationship. Are you giving the same type of energy that you're expecting to yourself and also to others? And if people don't reciprocate and don't, really realize what you bring forth, then they may never get to that point. And that should be your red flag of, okay, the buck stops here. I've given so much, and I've worked too hard on myself to get to this point to know my worth, that I'm not going to go down that rabbit hole, that I'm not going to go down that shame spiral of feeling unworthy, feeling like I don't matter. Because I feel like there is this darkness that replays in your mind that is connected to your emotional well-being and your relationships, and maybe being in relationships where they make you feel unworthy, or maybe you're only good for one thing but not everything else, or one part of the relationship is good but nothing else. Like there has to be this sense of redemption in your relationships, but you go seeking that redemption and validation, you're going to continue seeking. You've got to be good with you first and foremost, right? Three of Pentacles, Knight of Pentacles is I feel like you're slowly getting to that point of figuring things out on the natural evolution of what it means to really go within, of what it means to really heal from the past, of what it means to really understand past cycles of your life and experiences and traumas and pain, and how we can use it to our advantage as a way to better understand the reason why we go through these, and the reason why this has made me stronger, the reason why I had to go through that. What was I lost in? What was I missing? And so let's see what's next for Scorpio here with your outcome. Seven of Wands, Six of Cups, beautiful. The Empress, another major arcana here. So absolutely, after I gave you that little bit of a pep talk to remind you of your worth, you say, hell yeah, I'm worth more. Seven of Wands, Six of Cups. Seven of Wands is standing up for what you believe in, protecting yourself at all costs. And, you know, most definitely in this very centered state, energetically, spiritually, emotionally, financially, with knowing your worth and standing your ground and knowing you're not going to receive or accept less than. Six of Cups. This may stem from childhood. This may be the energy of feeling like you've always had to protect yourself since childhood. And you may have felt let down, and you may have felt too vulnerable as a child, that you didn't get the sense of protection since childhood, that now it's like this overcompensation so that it feels like it's more of a demand rather than a sense of self-worth. Because you don't have to yell and, you know, stomp and stammer and demand to be treated with respect. You got to give yourself the respect first. Your own self-respect is earned so that others can figure out how to earn it as well. And again, not from the ego, but from a healed perspective within you. The understanding that, you know what, damn right I am worthy. I am worthy of love, love for myself, love from others, feeling like I can be whoever I want to be around my friends, my family member, that I won't be judged because I would never do that to them. Okay, the Six of Cups really does tell me that you are moving towards, you know, more healthy and you know, tender-hearted relationships. And for those of you that are thinking of having children, I do see that, you know, if you've suffered from loss when it comes to children, if you've experienced miscarriages, or you've never gotten to a point where you can bring life into this world, okay? I do feel that this has been a little bit of a healing journey for you, where you felt like you've had to be very resilient. You've had to figure out, like, some of you may have even thrown the towel and said, well, I guess I'm not meant to be a parent. Why would I do this, right? But there is something that still continues to spark the desire to be a parent, to have children, to have a loving, caring bond. And I feel like some of you are seeing it almost as a way of healing the generational trauma, the cycles that have been passed down when it comes to family and children. This is your way of giving back to your lineage by stopping the cycle. And I feel like in the past you felt like, well, I'm not going to have children, and that stops the cycle. But if you don't love inner child Scorpio, if Scorpio doesn't love their inner child and doesn't heal their inner child, the cycle hasn't truly ended. It ends when you heal. It ends when you're no longer fearful that that trauma is going to continue to the next generation. So this feels like there is a lot of meaningful emotional growth within you this week, that you do heal. This is, you know, with being Mercury being in retrograde, this is situations, ideas, things that you have experienced in the past that are coming back to the forefront, and an effort for you to review and really revise the way you approach, the way you think, the way you see, and come from a heart-centered perspective where now you may feel a bit more grounded and at ease. And so you have the card of the Broom, new home, new attitude, beautiful. The Moon card saying changes in your life, absolutely. The card of Fire, there's strong emotion, passionate love or hate. So again, the energy I felt is for some of you, you may feel like you're not happy with the experiences that brought you this pain in the past, and that if you had a choice, you would never experience it. However, they do bring about this emotional, mental, and spiritual growth in some of you. And so there is this love-hate relationship with the experiences that you've had thus far, but know that the outcome is going to be so much sweeter. You have the card of Hammock, taking a vacation physically or mentally. Coins, money will be coming to you. Beautiful energy, especially with the Three of Pentacles and the Knight of Pentacles here. And you have the card of Jug, lighthearted, carefree time. I do see that this outcome energy looks very positive, very beautiful for you, my Scorpio friends. So a lot to be thankful for. And, you know, the energy may, although it may be a bit painful to review at times, sometimes it feels as though you don't have a choice. Sometimes it feels like you're consumed by it. But it is time for you to go out for a walk in nature, go for a hike, do some grounding work, you know, and get to a place where visions or dreams or views or thoughts of the past negative experiences, where they no longer affect you, where they no longer throw you off your game, where they no longer create a sense of instability. I feel like some of you may be experiencing anxiety as well. So seek the help that you need in that. Obviously not through tarot. We are not doctors. And even if you find a doctor that reads tarot, it's still not medical advice. Keep that in mind. Do what's best for you. Have yourself, your emotional, mental, and, you know, spiritual, energetic well-being in mind. And take care of you first, Scorpio. Have a great week ahead. I will see you guys soon. Your May reading is up next, as well as followed by the following weekly readings. There's your playlist. Check it out for all the Scorpio reads. To book a reading, there's a few dates that I opened up. It's in the description box down below. Take care. Bye.